We're going to be taking cryptocurrency. We're going to be taking a cryptocurrency stock analysis, stock report, basically just like the NASDAQ 500, NASDAQ, or the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. We're going to be using one of those reports, where we're going to be creating a similar report as part of our portfolio. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm actually going to create that report live. I'm going to pretty much, the information I'm going to be given for that report, I'm going to be building that report here tonight. So with that said, if you were planning to come to Power of the BI Live in Dallas on May 1st and 2nd, you might be able to skip it if you just want to be able to create one report. I've got my guys, we're going live here on Instagram as well. So if you're on Instagram, we are actually live on YouTube at Power of the BI. We're live on YouTube at Power of the BI. So if you want to jump from YouTube and go over to Power of the BI, it's actually YouTube at Power of the BI. You will be able to follow along with this report, follow along as we build out this report live. So with that said, again, so the purpose of this report is basically it's going to be a 16 series report, or a 16 series project. And the reason why it's going to be 16 series is because I'm only going to build out one visual a day, or one visual a video. The reason why I want to build out one visual video is because I want to make sure that you get a thorough understanding of how to build the Power BI report. So at the end of the 16 videos, we're going to have a complete Power BI report. We may take another video or so to do some formatting, but for the most part, we're going to have a complete Power BI project built out. So it'll actually be a report that you'll be able to place inside of your portfolio. In Power of the BI Live, we are going to have at least one, but a maximum of 3 projects that will go inside of your portfolio. One of those projects that's going to go inside of your portfolio is the project that we're going to build out here tonight in Power of the BI. And I've been talking to a screen. I've been talking to a screen all the time. So anyway, so with that said, we're going to be building out a project. We're going to be building out a report tonight. It's going to be a cryptocurrency report. So to give you some idea, again, it's going to be just like an S&P 500 or a NASDAQ, 100 or whatever the case may be. But we're going to actually be using 500. We're going to be using 500 cryptocurrencies, and the report is going to allow us to analyze those 500 cryptocurrencies. We're going to be able to look at those cryptocurrencies in different ways. Again, I've been talking to a screen, so I'll say it again. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the cryptocurrency. We're going to bring in the actual data. And actually, I have the data already, but I'm going to show you where we're going to be analyzing the data from, so that you will be able to see exactly what I am speaking of when I say that we will be we'll be building out a report. So what I'm going to do here now is go over to the actual site for the cryptocurrency. Let's see here. And when you go live, you have things that happen. And currently we have things that are happening. Oh, so here we go. We're on 2. So as we see here, this is where we're pulling the data from. It's actually coinmarketcap.com. So this data is what we are going to be bringing in to Power BI. But basically, if you were to create a Power BI report, the first thing you want to do is you would want to know where is the data coming from. That's the first thing you want to know. No matter what the project is, the first thing I want to know when I'm building out a Power BI report is where is the data coming from. The data could be coming from several different sources. It could be coming from SQL, Oracle, Synapse. It could be coming from various different places. I mean, we're probably talking, maybe, if I had to guess, I'd say maybe 300-400 different places it could be coming from. Now, I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute, as far as what that looks like, where the data is coming from. But when I say where the data is coming from, it's just the source. What is the source of that particular data? And in this particular case, in this particular case, the source is coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency, you probably are already familiar with coinmarketcap.com. Basically, it's, again, very similar to the NASDAQ or the S&P, but it's all crypto, right? And basically what it's given us is it's given us the ticker. As we can see here, it's given us the ticker for the particular crypto. It's giving us the name of the crypto. It's telling us, where we're buying it for. We could buy it. We could buy it on base. I'm not a real big crypto guy. I'm just using because there's a lot of data involved. I do have a wallet. So for those of you guys out there that, if you find this video to be helpful, if you'd like to see more of it, I mean, I'll be, shameless plug, but on the thumbnail for this video, you can scan the thumbnail for the video. I've got my new crypto, my new Bitcoin QR code out there. So if you like this video and if you like to see more of it, it's making sense to you and it's something you can be able to use in the future, because I am going to leave it out and you're all going to be able to use it. I'm going to actually create a Power BI app from it. Scan the QR code and, just leave me a Bitcoin donation. You don't have to leave me no US currency donation. Just leave me a Bitcoin donation. But anyway, so what we have here is giving us the ticker. It's giving us the name of the crypto. It's giving us the ticker of the crypto. We can buy it. We can see what the current price is. And we know that crypto is relatively volatile. I don't say relatively, but fairly volatile. So, we've got a lot of crypto that's, under $1. We'll see the more expensive crypto as we look inside, as we build out the Power BI report. But we can see it, how it's changing by hour. We can see how it's changing by 24 hours. We can see how it's changing by 7 days. And then we can see the market cap. Now with that, the market cap, the volume, and the circulating supply. Again, this is not meant to be a crypto course, so I'm not necessarily trying to give you an education on crypto. This is more of a Power BI course, a business intelligence course, or business intelligence, class, not necessarily a course. It's a class within the course, but basically what I am using here is cryptocurrency as a source of data, source of information to do analysis on inside of Power BI. Now, for those of you guys that have questions about what is Power BI, Power BI is a Microsoft tool. It's a Microsoft application similar to Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Publisher, things like that. But it's a business tool for big data, for companies to be able to use it to go out and analyze the data and a whole lot of other stuff they can do with Power BI. I'm not going to try to oversell it. This is not a Microsoft presentation. This is just a matter of you understanding that Power BI is a Microsoft product, but it's a free product. So if you haven't already, you can go to Google, just type in Power BI desktop. You can actually get Power BI for free. You can get Power BI desktop for free, and some of the other tools that come along that could come along with it. You can get that information, get those tools as well for free. But again, tonight is all about building out a Power BI report using cryptocurrency, because at the end of the day, we need big data. And what big data means is, big data is simply what is the source of the data, right? If you work for a big company, the company probably has large amounts of data within the organization. That's big data, right? We're going to use cryptocurrency as our big data to build out the report. Now, it's not going to be really a big data project, so I'm really trying to be as transparent as possible when it comes to that, because what we are actually using is going to be about 500 to maybe 525, 530 different crypto. But we are going to do this over a period of 16 days. We're going to do this over a period of 16 days so that we will have a Power BI report that should have 16 or so visuals on the report. Now, for those of you guys that have followed me, you know that I very seldom like to have a project that has more than probably 8 to 10 visuals on a report. But I think because of this particular report, we are going to be able to get 16 different visuals and not overstack the project. So we're not going to spend a long time here on this report tonight. And we're not going to spend a long time on any of the reports that we create, because again, it's going to be 16 of them. It's going to be 16 days of Power BI reports using crypto. And I don't want to spend more than 30 minutes per day on building it out, because you can get sick of me talking about Power BI and crypto. Now, I am not trying to oversell any particular crypto currency. I am simply using this for presentation purposes only. This is not meant to be in any way a lesson on how to buy crypto and what's the best cryptos to buy. We're just going to be analyzing cryptos, and you can use your judgment if you want to get in the crypto game or not. But what we have here is we're over on coinmarket.com. So if we look here on coinmarket.com, these are the different cryptos that are available from coinmarket.com. And I'm trying to see how they actually have these listed and why. I don't think that there is any rhyme or reason as to what are the coins that are listed here. If anyone has an idea as to which, if there is a rhyme or reason why CoinMarket is listing different coins, being 1 to 100, 101 to 200, 201 to 300, 301 to 400, and 401 to 500. And that's pretty much what we're going to be, somewhere around 401 to 500. The reason why I say that there is no rhyme or reason is because I was trying to see if they were listed by price. It does not look like they're listed by price, because I know Bitcoin is probably, if not the largest, or the highest in value, is one of the highest in values of crypto, and it's actually listed right here at 101. So I'm not sure how they are listing. It could be by market cap, but again, it looks like Bitcoin probably has the largest market cap, and it could be by volume, not sure. But we are going to be taking 500 of the cryptocurrencies that are listed on the first 500. I'm not going to say the largest 500, the largest 500 in any area. We're just going to be taking 500 of the first 500 listed on coinmarketcap.com, and we are going to be analyzing these using Bitcoin. Now you say, well, if it's already on coinmarketcap.com, why don't we just leave it here and analyze it this way? One, because this is our source data, and if it were any other business we would be analyzing it the same way we be taking the source data and we'd be analyzing the source data. I like using stocks and I like using crypto because that's all. Both of those are all about. It's all about numbers. It's all about numbers. You know, when we start looking at other forms of source data, we may be looking at numbers and we may not be looking at numbers, but it's easier to analyze numbers than anything else. But you say, hey, you know, why don't we just use the numbers that are on coin market and just why couldn't someone, if they were analyzing the data, why not just analyze it using coin market? Well, the first reason why you wouldn't just analyze it using coin market for what I just said was, how do they have this data listed? How do they have the crypto listed? If Bitcoin is listed at number 101, it's definitely not by price. If they're listing it by market cap, it's definitely not by market cap. It's not by volume over 24 hours. So, you know, by us bringing it into Power BI, we're going to be able to analyze this data in several different ways. And I'll show you that here tonight as well. I mean, that's the whole purpose of creating this report. I'm going to go up to the top of, again, I'm fairly new to this crypto, the way crypto is listed and stuff like that. I'm really not a big investor in crypto. But again, like I said, I do have, given that I was presenting this project and going to present this project to our Power of the BI live class in Dallas. Again, May 1st and 2nd, shameless plug. Not too shameful about it though. But I did decide that, hey, I at least need to see how this thing really is. So I've got on my YouTube thumbnail, I've got a QR code, a Bitcoin QR code. And basically, if you know this stuff is making sense to you and you think you can do something with it here in the near future, you'd like me to keep presenting information like this, you know, a small donation of Bitcoin will let me know that this is something you're interested in. But given that, well, what I want to do is I want to come up and I want to see if I can sort this by name. Well, it's already, I don't know if it's sorted by name or not. Let's see. So I can sort it by name. So I can sort it by name, alphabetical order, A to Z or Z to A. So that's pretty good. Let's sort it by price. And if I sort it by price, the highest price, now, so that comes out and we are at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is at 68,000. I guess that's 68,648 per Bitcoin, something like that. Can I sort it by 1 hour percentage? Let's see. And 1 hour percentage, down 1.08 and down 0.27%. So I guess we can sort it in those ways if we wanted to. Sort it by 24-hour percentage. I'm not necessarily sure how to read all of that or why that really makes sense, but 7-day percentage, you know, so that works. Market cap, if I want to sort it by market cap, again, Bitcoin has the largest market cap, so I can sort it by the largest market cap or the smallest market cap based on these top 100 these 100 that we're looking at, I believe. I don't think this is everything that we're looking at, but I did bring the data. I did bring in 500 cryptocurrencies for us to look at. So here we're only looking at 100, but the data that we're going to bring in the Power BI, we're going to bring in 500. So that's a whole other piece when we saying, hey, we want to analyze, you know, using Power BI rather than using Bitcoin, and you ask them, you say, hey, you know, why not just, if we're already on CoinMarket and CoinMarket already has everything analyzed, why not just use CoinMarket? For the simple fact that we can only analyze 100 at a time. We can only analyze 100 at a time. Now, if we come down to CoinMarket, come down to the bottom, we can go to the next page, and then we can analyze the next page. Let's see something. If I do it by name, that's what I thought, Zora. So yeah, exactly. So basically when we analyze on CoinMarket, we are analyzing one page at a time, being at 100 cryptocurrencies at a time. Now, given that we're going to be doing this over the course of 16, it could be 16 days, 16 classes, 16 videos, however you want to look at it. I will probably bring in more crypto. I will probably bring in more crypto since we're going to be doing this over a period of 16 days, right? Or 16 videos, or however it works out. But it's going to be 16 different videos to complete this course, complete this class in order to build this project. So that's the other advantage. You go in the coin market, you can only analyze 100 at a time, as far as I can tell. Maybe if I come down, I may be able to select more. Yeah, so I can say show 100, or I can show 500. Okay, so now that I'm showing 500, now I get all of those that we saw before, and Bitcoin's going to be up top. But with Power BI, if I want to bring in 1,000, I can. If I want to bring in 2,000, I can, right? But at the end of the day, all I want to do here is show you I just want to show you where that source is coming from, because again, anytime that you're building a Power BI report, you want to know where is that data coming from, right? Not that it's spooky, not that you really should run from a certain type of data. It's just, you just want to know where you're getting the data from. It's just like you go to the store, you say, hey, I want to buy a pair of shoes, but you're not going to the grocery store to buy a pair of shoes, right? You're going to the shoe store. And you're not going to the shoe store to buy groceries. You're going to the grocery store to buy groceries. Same thing with data. Where's that data coming from, right? You need to know where that data is coming from, because knowing where the data is coming from is going to tell you how you're going to bring the data into Power BI. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go over to Power BI and let's see here. Oh, okay, let's see. I want to bring this down here. Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's see. I minimized it too much. There we go. Oh, I think I know how we can do this. Let's just make the screen bigger. Let's make the screen bigger, T. Nope, can't do that right yet. Where's my little cursor? There we go. Now I can see. Now, so where we are now is we are over in Power BI, and basically I was saying we can bring the data in. So basically the way we bring data in is get data. And the reason why I said before, hey, we have several different sources that we could use in order to bring data in, or several different data sources, or several different places we can bring the data from. And we've got these standard sources here. We can click more, and we have all of these Microsoft sources. In addition to, we have all of these sources that we can bring the data from. So basically, when I said that we were getting the data from Coin Market, all of these are standard sources that we can get data from for Power BI. In addition to, there are other APIs that we can use, which is, I think it's the application programmable interfaces, or application program interfaces. But we're not going to worry about all that. I just want you to know that we're going to bring the data in. Where we're getting the data from is the source. We just call it the source of the data, or the data source. And all of these are other sources that we can bring data in to Power BI as well. And then we have these that we can bring them in. But I've already brought the data in for this particular project. So we've got the data. Now, what I want to do is I just want to create one visual per video. And again, the reason why I want to do one visual is because by the time we finish creating this report, By the time we finish creating this report, we're gonna have 16 visuals, and they're gonna do 16 different things, right? And I'm gonna show you here in just creating this visual, you know, there are gonna be several different ways that we're gonna be able to analyze it using just this one visual. Typically, the visual that I like to use when building a Power BI report is a table. So basically, we see here in CoinMarket, we see this information is already set, already created here. So basically, what I like to do in my initial reports is I like to create a table as well, because this is a table this is a table look, and basically I like to recreate this image first, or create this type of visual first when I'm building a Power BI report. So we're going to come back over to the Power BI report, and we're going to create a table. So what I'm going to do here is in the visualizations pane right here, this is considered to be the visualizations pane in Power BI. I'm going to come down to the table visual. I'm going to come over. I'm just trying to show you right now, I mean, just how simple it is to create a Power BI report. Again, once we build out this Power BI report, if you guys follow with me for the next, 16 videos, this video and the next 15 videos, you're going to see that it's pretty simple to point and click to add data to a visual to create a Power BI report. Now, there are some other things that we do inside of Power of the BI, where you will be building out measures and things like that to make it just slightly more dynamic than just having drag and drop. But many times you're on the Power BI job, you don't even know how to create a measure. But coming out of Power BI, you will. A measure is just a code that we use in Power BI. But it's nothing too terribly complicated. But what we're going to do for these next 16 weeks is we're going to build this thing out without even using code. So I brought the data in, and now I'm just going to drag. So this is the table visual that we're going to create the table with. Now I'm just going to find the information, take the data, find the columns. I'm just going to bring those columns in to this particular visual. So I'm just clicking and I'm dragging and dropping, and we are building a table using Power BI. So if you've gone over to Google and you went to Power BI and you downloaded Microsoft Power BI, you are able to follow along with us as we build out this Power BI report for the next few weeks. Probably won't take a few weeks. It could take a few weeks. 16, if we do one a day, yeah, so that'd be about, yeah, we're gonna probably do it less than, yeah, it'll probably be a few weeks with us doing it. I don't want to take, one video a week, because that'll be a month trying to build this project. Let's see here. I was trying to get another table in. So basically, I'm just grabbing the data that's in, that we saw in market cap. We're not going to grab it. As a matter of fact, all the data that was on the website didn't come through anyway. It could be for several different reasons, but that's okay, because we didn't need all the data. And as you see, I'm just dragging and dropping the data in right now. It's not in any particular order, because that's one way that I want to show you how to create your table. So as you see, the name of the cryptocurrency is third to last. We're going to move that up to the top. We're going to take the price and we're going to move that right below it. The 1 hour percentage, the sum of number, I'm going to actually place that before name. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. And we're going to take the 1 hour percentage, and we're gonna start placing the hour percentages in order. So we got 1 hour percentage, we've got 7-day percentage, 24-hour percentage. Circulating supply is cool. We're gonna put 7 days after these 24-hour percentage. Market cap, we're gonna place that after circulating supply, and the 7 days actually should be after the 24 hours. Market cap, it looks like we brought market cap in twice. We're gonna delete that last market cap. And the volume in 24 hours, we are going to place that, let's place that after 7 days, because it's volume, it's not necessarily the percentage. So we've got the sum of number. Basically, the reason why I said move sum of number, because that's an index. I mean, that's an ID number. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take sum of number, we're gonna remove that summarization. We just want that number, and that basically it's just giving us the number, the order in which that, for instance, we poured in 500, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like Bitcoin is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, right? And then we've got some that are blank. We're gonna remove those. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. So we've got the name, we've got sum of price. We don't want to sum the price, we just want to know what the price is. So we're gonna remove that summarization. We've got sum of 1 hour percentage. We're gonna remove that. So we're gonna remove all the summarizations. We don't want anything adding up. We're gonna remove all the summarizations, right? We just want one clean table. We want one clean table. We got 24-hour percentage, last 7 days, volume, circulating supply, market cap, and we got circulating supply twice. We're gonna remove one of those, okay? Now, the three most important things is the number, the number in which it references the Bitcoin, I mean, not the Bitcoin, but the cryptocurrency, and the price. Those guys are very, very important to us. Now, if we select the up arrow, it's going to give us, it should give us the 24 hours, it should give us the market cap, unless that information did not pull in. And if not, that's okay, because we're not gonna worry about it. But let's go over to the data view and let's see if that data actually did come in. 1 hour percentage, looks like that 1 hour percentage did come in. So we gotta figure out where that information, let's see, it didn't come in, a whole lot of it didn't come in. But that's okay. We've got enough information to work with. We've got the coin name, we got the currency name, and we got the price. So, you know what? Let's do this. I was playing with it earlier and I took everything out. That's why we don't see it. I just need to put everything back in. That's why we didn't see it. I think that's why we didn't see it. Yeah, that's why we didn't see it. I took everything out. Basically, I was just looking at Bitcoin when I was initially playing with this thing. So now what we're looking at here is we've got the name, and we got the name of the currency, and we have the number in which it is referencing. But what I do know is that some of the numbers are blank. So what I want to do is I want to come over to basic filtering, and I am going to select everything, but I am going to remove the blanks. Yeah. So since I did a basic filter, so you're learning a lot right here. What you just learned is you learn how to, you learn which visual to bring in for Power BI from the visualization screen. Then you learn where to drag and drop. So you did a drag and drop to the columns. Then you learn, hey, I don't need to summarize all the numbers. So you went in and you removed all the summarizations. Then you said, hey, I've got information that I'm not able to see because they're blank. So you came over to the filtering pane and you selected everything and you removed the blanks. So now if we put this in the order of the number that is referencing, now we can see it's going to go in order from 1 to 515. So we've got 515 cryptocurrencies in here. And we have prices for those cryptocurrencies. They're listed by, they're in the order of well, no. I was about to say they were in order of the value of the currency, but that's not the case. So the reference for Bitcoin is 1, Ethereum is 2, but it's not necessarily in reference to the value, because we have, what's that, Cadence, I believe that's what it is. It's at 0.279, but Hyperliquid is at 30.64. So it's not necessarily in order that way. Don't necessarily know. But we can order it by price by coming over and selecting price. So now we see that it's ordering by price from least to greatest. And if we select the arrow again, it's going to order by price from greatest to least. And it will do the same thing by 1 hour percentage, 7-day percentage, 24-hour, 7-day percentage, 24-hour percentage. Let's move this 7-day percentage down below the 24-hour percentage, because we got 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days. Then we've got last 7 days. So let's see what is the value, who's the strongest for the last 7 days. And for some reason, last 7 days, it's not giving us any values. Let's go over to the data view and see if we have any data for the last 7 days. And we do. So why are we not getting values? Not totally sure. We'll figure that out over the next 16 videos, next 16 lessons or so. We've got volume. We can choose the volume that we want, whether it's going to be showing by least to greatest or greatest to least. Same thing by circulation, least to greatest or greatest to least. Market cap, again, least to greatest or greatest to least. Right? Now, let's see here. We spent quite a bit of time just building out this first table. And again, I said I didn't want to spend too much. Let's see. Where did I do that? I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. This one is getting us started. And we are currently at about a 30-minute mark. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stop here. If you see where we're going, we're going to be analyzing cryptocurrency we're going to be using Power BI to build out a business intelligence report to analyze cryptocurrency. We're going to do this over the next 16 videos. Now, if you are finding that this is going to be something helpful to you, 1, we're building out a Power BI report, but 2, if it's going to be helpful to you in being able to analyze cryptocurrency, because you will be able to have and you'll be able to access the app that we'll create using this particular report. If you feel that this will be beneficial to you, hey, leave me a donation. Again, my Bitcoin QR code is on my YouTube thumbnail for this particular course, for this particular class, for this particular video. Go out there, scan it. Just send me a small donation. I'm not asking for anything big. I don't even have any Bitcoin now anyway. So I'm just trying to see if this thing, if what the value is really going to be for it. But anyway, thank you for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you win again in our next video as we build out our our cryptocurrency Power BI report.